Hello everyone, welcome to this video or podcast, depending on how you're kind of consuming it, I guess. This is Making and Breaking Guitars, which I started a few years ago and haven't done anything with for ages, because you know, I got busy. I originally wanted to have kind of things like interviews and in-depth things, but what I'm going to do actually, so that I might actually get time to do it, is just talk about guitars and play guitars. I'm going to start with my own guitars. I'm going to have some guitars that I might sell. Not this one. Definitely not this one. So if you're looking at the video, you can see what it is, but if you're not, you can't, obviously. It's an Audition guitar. I'm going to stop playing now, because I can't talk and play at the same time, really. It's a bit like an intro to a overly long country song, isn't it? Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, Making and Breaking Guitars. I thought I'd try and resurrect the podcast, but do it as video as well, I guess. Why not? Yeah, I'm going to start with my own guitar collection, depending on my mood. And this morning I was playing this, and I thought I'd tell you about it. This is an Audition guitar. Audition were a brand that was sold in Woolworths in England. Well, the UK, maybe. I know in England, certainly. In the kind of 60s and 70s. Real, you know, budget department store guitars. Let me tell you, I'll tell you what I can about the specs on it, and then I'll tell you a bit about how I got hold of it, and then, you know, what happened. It weighs virtually nothing. I should have bought a set of scales and weighed it, shouldn't I? But I'm not that organised. It's got a big fat neck. The body is super thin. The body on here is plywood. Really, like, it's kind of thick plies. Each individual ply is, you know, maybe a millimetre or two thick, but it weighs very little. The neck on here is a whopping great thing. Might be mahogany. I don't know. It's brown. It doesn't narrow it down much. The fretboard, I believe, is this the one with the painted on fretboard? No, this is actually a proper fretboard on here. The fingerboard, rather. I don't know what it is. Maybe some kind of rosewood, who knows? It's got very tiny frets, and the fingerboard on here is completely flat. It's like a, you know, like a classical guitar. It's got a 0 fret, which I think is cool. Massive headstock, kind of Fender-shaped headstock, isn't it? Obviously. But then down on the body, here comes to the reason I bought this guitar in the first place. If you see me talk about music and my influences, Ry Cooder's a big influence on me, and he's famous for having guitars with a Teisco gold foil in the neck, right? So a few years ago, I was on eBay, and I saw this guitar, and I thought, you know, those pickups look like old gold foils, and it was, you know, it's obviously a kind of old late 60s, early 70s Japanese guitar. You know it's Japanese because it says Japan on the neck plate there. And you know, it was eBay. I was still drinking then, and so I bought it, and I think I paid £90 for it, if that, maybe a bit less. I can't remember now. With the original intention that I was going to take the pickups off and put them onto other guitars, right? Because I'd seen pictures of it. It was in a fair old state, actually. But yeah, so I thought that I'd get this guitar, take the pickups off, put them, you know, maybe one in my Telecaster and have a spare or something. I got it. The neck was like a banana on it. But I plugged it in and I played, and it sounded great. And it still does. So I thought it was worth actually getting it fixed up. So this was before I knew Paul, actually, who does all the work on my stuff now. So Rob Bowman over at Auden and Gordon Smith fixed it up for me. Managed to get the neck straight, and you know, kind of managed to dress the frets even though there's virtually nothing there, and make it playable basically. I think he cut this, it had one of those folded aluminium bridges on it when I got it, and he cut this this stainless steel bar for me for it. And other than that, oh, I fixed the vibrato arm by putting washers and new nuts on it and stuff. Other than that, as far as I know, it's completely original, late 60s. It's got this kind of red sunburst finish, which I like. It's got no side dots, so I drew the side dot markers on with silver nail polish. And that's it, really. I got it fixed up and I fell in love with it, and it kind of kick-started my whole dive into the world of weird, old, cheap, off-brand guitars. There's some debate online about who made these. People trying to sell them for lots of money will claim they were made by Teisco. I don't think they were. I think they were probably made by a company called Sakai, or possibly one other, which the name of which escapes me at the moment. But you know, it was that kind of era, from what I understand. You know, I kind of read into it a bit when I got the guitar. It was the era where there were, you know, quite a lot of Japanese guitar companies, and they did, you know, there was a fair amount of sharing parts and selling. You know, factory A would sell pickups to factory B and vice versa. So there's a lot of crossover. But it's just one of the most fun guitars to play that I've ever had, that I've ever played. For me, it's the pickups on here are super microphonic. Look, listen to this. That's the bridge. That's the neck. And that's when I really got into liking microphonic pickups as well, because I took it out on some gigs, and I generally just play straight into the amp anyway, and I was. But when you're playing at a bit of volume with a guitar with microphonic pickups, the whole rig kind of comes alive a bit, and that it's just so fun. It's just so fun. If you're right on the edge of things just all falling apart, but the microphonic pickups help you to kind of get a very controllable feedback if you want. You know, you have to do a bit of dancing around to find the position where it'll stop if you needed to, but it's worth it. As long as you don't touch the tremolo arm, because it will send it out of tune. I'm going to play it for a while. That's the podcast. That's it. I'm going to tell you what I know about my guitars, and then I'm going to noodle on them for a bit. And if anyone listens, I'll keep doing it. I mean, if no one listens, I'll keep doing it. I just won't record it and put it out. So there we go, making and breaking guitars. We're back with a bang in 2024. All right then. So I'm just going to play it. I could demo it if you like, but I'll just demo it by playing it. I'll switch through some stuff. I'm going to start on the neck pickup. There you go. That's your little clue. I'll play some different stuff. I'll probably make some mistakes and stop halfway through things, but how long have I been doing this? 10 minutes now? I'll give it 10 minutes of playing and then go away. It's great for slide as well, actually. That's another reason I love it. So there we go. That was making and breaking guitars. This is my Audition. I have no idea what the model number is. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. I'll do some more of these. Goodbye for now.